Hey everyone, you should be able to hear me now. Yeah, I could hear myself just a second ago, so that should be good. Welcome to this community stream number 183, the Clash of Champions era finals. It's gonna be a slightly different stream from the ones you're used to if you didn't see the first Clash of Champions. What is happening today is that we have clans fighting each other by sending their champions to be fighting all of the opposing team. We are counting points, and based on that, we get a winner. What is a bit different this time compared to the last time is that we have three teams competing. Initially, we planned to have four and have basically semifinals and final, but one team basically didn't turn their army in time, and I tried to reach out to another team to get things going, but sadly, this was just a tiny bit. Uh, oh, wait, you're telling me that the sound is low. Let me check on that. Okay, let's see. Okay, I do not know if I'm okay. Is it any better for you at the moment? Please let me know because I can see here as well that level of entry is not too high. I can make it higher still if needed. How is it now? How do you feel? Now it's better? Okay, is it better or is it good? Should I still increase it a bit? Because I can. That's totally manageable if needed. There's still some bandwidth. Actually, I'm also gonna turn on the lights because today it's quite dark outside for once. There we go. It should be a bit better now. Okay, so let's get ready. It's closer than before. You sounded like you were from another room. Yeah, basically, I don't know what happens, but the software I'm using, OBS, usually saves most of my well, everything I do in OBS is saved. But I just saw when you mentioned it that indeed my microphone entry level was pretty low compared to what it usually is. So that's probably what happened. But as soon as it's working now, that's what matters. Hey, we have someone writing in Cyrillic in the chat. I'm sorry, I simply cannot read it, so I'm not going to be able to tell much, but let me check if I can quickly translate that. Because I would be happy to be able to answer, but also because I don't want anything to be left in there that doesn't work. Where is the link for the stream? Okay, so that's a good question. There's no link because that's a different stream. We're not doing the fight night tonight. We're doing the Clash of Champions, which is a different system where you have clans actually fighting each other. Those were picked already before. We're still in the kind of, I wouldn't say beta because we're not in a game, but we're kind of in the test versions still for this event. So as we get going, we'll be able to optimize it a bit. But there's still a place where you will be able to register yourself and get some rewards on your side if you're just a viewer and not from one of the three teams that will compete today. But we'll get to that in just a second. As I was saying earlier, we have three teams running today. So what we decided to do is that each team will fight the two others. So that will be a lot more fights than the last time, and we'll count points. As in, if you have a full victory from your team, that's 3 points. In the possible case of a draw, you would get 1 point for your a global point for your team and zero if you have a loss. In case two teams have the exact same amount of victories, because with three teams fighting each other, that could happen. We'll simply look at who won in the fight between those two teams, and that will decide who is the final winner. With this system, there shouldn't be any case where we have any doubt about who's the final winner for this era, or which clan will be the final winner for this event. But that's just the global organization. For those that never watched the first Clash of Champions, what has happened here? What you're seeing on the screen is the build from one team. It's actually the build from our previous winners, meaning the team Reapers, also named Boo, as their tag mentions it. And this build is different than the last time because we asked people to use different build. Is going to get opposed, or rather, their opponents will be fighting this build, will be counting points from the attacking team, not the defending team, right? So right now the defending team is Reaper. Their first fight will be against the Secret Tavern, remake of what we've seen the last time. We'll have all the guys from the Secret Tavern to fight this build, and we'll count points. A victory is actually 4 points. Sorry, no, it's 3 points. My bad. A victory is 3 points. A draw is 2 points. A close call, so a defeat that was very tight, is 1 point, and this one is kind of a bonus point, and it's up to the referee, which is me and you guys in the chat, and then 0 point if it's a clear loss for your team. Then we'll do the opposite way around. So we'll have Reapers fighting the Secret Tavern. But as I said, there's a third team today. The third team is Ad Astra. So what we'll have is that we'll have the Secret Tavern fighting Reapers. Then we'll have Reapers fighting the Secret Tavern. Then we'll have the Secret Tavern fighting Ad Astra, and Ad Astra fighting the Secret Tavern. Then we'll have Reapers fighting Ad Astra, and Ad Astra fighting Reapers. That's the program for today. So that's a lot of fights, a lot more than the last time. But we know as well from the last time that those are usually quite quick. We are talking about 20 players each and every time. So that's what we're gonna be seeing now. First build, as I said, it's Reapers, and the players that are going to be attacking Reapers are from the Secret Tavern. That's the first fight we are going to have. Um, I randomized a bit the players. I can tell you that our first player will be Rendu, then we'll have T31M, we'll have Grika, 8-Me, Draco, Skarsgård, Finito, Nicholas, Alt T31M, Narcissus, Dark Max, Shelius, Admiral, Fate Zero, Jesper, Turgan, Ravat, Ains, Gother, and then Gut. That should be the order we're gonna go with. I just need to make sure the event goes live. We'll be using the auto spin, and if everyone is ready, we'll be able to start. But just before that, as I said, you can win things. Why? Here is why. Because there you can take your bets on who will be the era finals winning clan for the Clash of Champions. So go there, pick your favorite team. You have roughly 5 minutes, and there will be draws to decide who's going to win. I think, if I remember correctly, the win price is 500 gems and one prismatic fragment. Yes, that's it. So go ahead. You have, yeah, between 5 and 10 minutes. The time for me to give you some news about the game as well. Now is the time. So, in the meantime, regarding the game in general and the news, we are going to have a very special era start next week because we'll have a boosted season in terms of gold rewards. That's our way to compensate and thank our players for going through and sticking through during the issues we had with gold uh, last season mostly, and the one before that a tiny bit. What happened for those that didn't realize or didn't see it or didn't hear about it? Some of the multipliers in specific cases were not triggering, which led to players getting less gold than they should, or feeling like they were not getting gold at all, or these kind of things. We have found out what caused it, we have fixed it, but just so you know, as it's pretty hard for us to track exactly what everyone would have missed and grant that to every single person in an individual way. What we have decided is to boost the gold rewards for the next season, which will allow you guys catch up a bit on that and uh, will be fair to everyone because everyone will get something based on their activity. So that's what we currently look at and that I wanted to share with you guys. That will be starting with the next era. Um, in the meantime, we are also still working on getting the commanders features out. We are already quite advanced. There are a few things that we still need to work on, but we're getting everything ready and it should come quite quickly. The goal at the moment is still to have it within the next 2 to 3 weeks to have the first part of it released. The second part will probably come a bit later. So the first part, as a reminder, will come with the runes, which are kind of power stones for your commanders. They are a lot shorter lived, but they're also a lot not necessarily easier to get, but you will get quite a few of them and you can craft them to make them even better than they are. And then you have the possibility to equip them and they perish after a certain amount of time, which depends on the runes itself. The rarity, if you have highest rarity, usually it will last longer and have a slightly stronger effect. So you will have to decide if you want to stick to the regular one or when you want to use them. It's especially at the beginning going to be a system where you won't be able to constantly have the highest rarity runes on your commander all the time. So you will have to decide what you want to do. You will not be able to equip several runes of the same time. So you won't have the issue that you have with power stones where it can get too strong. Here you will have more of a system like the artifact in that end that can only use 3 different types of runes. So that's what will be coming at first, as well as the progression for your commander. So the more fights you play and win, the more points you get for leveling up your commander, and leveling up your commander will unlock the runes slots and also will grant you on the longer run um, talent points for the talent tree, which is the second part of the commander. The talent tree is basically a lot of buffs you can use for your commander and your matches. They are different for the 3 different types of commanders. They have some of those in common, obviously, but they're not placed at the same place of the talent tree. And you will have to decide, you cannot use every single thing in the talent tree. You have to pick your path, decide what you want to buff. You cannot use all the buffs. So the idea is that with this and the runes, you will be able to set your 3 different commanders for different builds, different purposes. Maybe you want to use one commanders when you're attacking and another one when you're defending, or those kind of things. Um, and the last bit coming as well is going to be with the second part, and it's the commander's um, active skill, which will be actually the first talents you unlock in the talent tree for each of those commanders, and it's an active ability that you can trigger during the fights. When you are being attacked, it will be triggered at a very specific point. So the description of the active skill will tell you if it's triggered when the game is starting or 10 seconds before overtime, or if it's only triggering in overtime or anything like this. I didn't see yet the final decisions on what the active skills are, so I cannot tell you exactly. But the idea is that they will be triggered at a specific point that is already set and is always the same when you're defending. Maybe on the longer run, there could be ways to customize that, but it's probably going to be quite heavy on the client if we do this. So it's more likely that it will just be set when you're defending, and you can trigger it when you want when you're attacking, which also gives the attacker a bit of an edge, which should be something we always encourage, because then we encourage players to be actively playing. So yeah, that's about all I could say regarding this. We do not have that many votes yet, so I'm going to wait a tiny bit longer for players to join us. I will also just remind everyone in Discord that they can join us, and then that will be it. Okay, let's just wait a few more minutes and then we'll be starting pretty much. As I said, we're gonna start with the Secret Tavern against Reaper. It's not decided yet, so that's for you guys also to tell me if you want then to go directly Reaper versus Secret Tavern, or if you want to spice things up by mixing it a bit. As long as I keep the scores clear, it's not a problem for me, and I have my score table here, so I know what's going on. So that shouldn't be a problem, but just let us know. One thing I also want to warn everyone is that the iPad I'm running it on has been having some issues charging lately. So I hope the charge will be working perfectly fine until the end. It's plugged, so it should be good. But yeah, I hope we'll be good to go. Otherwise, I will jump back whenever we can to get the final match is going. Same goes if if for whatever reason it was taking us 2 hours or whatever, we might have some of the fights happening tomorrow or something like this. But we'll try to have all of them going today. So I see a few more answers coming in, a few late people joining the streams. That's good. We'll be starting in. Okay, I can leave you a few more minutes if needed. And we'll see how things are running. So let me just recheck. I don't see new answers, so we should be good to go for the moment. And it's a pretty much a 50-50, which means not a lot of people are taking bets on the third team for today. So let's see how things are going to go. For the time being, let's roll, let's get going. So this is all the guys from the Secret Tavern fighting Reapers. Let's get going. The event is live. Yes. Sorry, there's a bit more preparation for this than the regular fight night, so I need to make sure everything is running fine. And where's my spreadsheet? Because I need to take counts. This is Randu going first. Also, for the next teams, I will probably not randomize in which order the players go because that makes it a lot harder to track on the spreadsheet and it's not really making a difference. But let's see. Let's see how it is going. And Randu get a draw? I don't think so. I think it's going to be over. Oh, that's a draw. That's a good one. That's 2 points to start. Okay, next we have T31M. Let's see how it goes. That's still one of, if not the um, build of the moment, but we see a bit less of it. So it's slowly fading out of the meta. I know that there's still quite some stuff, so we need to get going there, but that's where we are so far. So T31M, hey, that's a good working build. Yes, that's a victory. 3 points in the bank. Next, we have Grika. That's also a corner build. They seem to perform okay so far against this build from Reaper. Let's see if it's enough. Not sure if it's going to be enough this time around. If anyone has ever wondered what I'm drinking most of the time during the streams, um, this is thing that we have in France. I know it exists in other countries, but not as easy to find in a lot of cases. So that's a loss, by the way. I don't think we're gonna give the bonus point for this one because it was quite a clear loss. Let me get rid of that. Sorry, I couldn't do it before. I don't care about the ad for now. Let's get going. So we have 8 me now. That's not a question. I'm not asking you to do that, but that's just the way it is. And it's there. Okay. So yeah, so the thing I'm drinking most of the time is actually called in French grenadine. It's a syrup kind of thing in which you put water. It's used a lot by bartenders. If you ever had a tequila sunrise cocktail, that's what you would find in it. At least that's how it's meant to. But I found that in a lot of countries, it's super hard to find this thing, except if you are owning a bar and you can order it directly. So yeah, that's one thing always gravitates back for when I'm in France. Oh, and actually, because that's a brand new account that I created and named Clash of Champions for this event, it ended up being in French. I forgot to change the name there, so I will do that. So that's a loss. Again, to me, that's a clear one. So I'm not gonna grant a bonus point for this one. But let's see how Draco is doing. So as you see, the fights are going quite quickly. I hope we'll have enough time to do everything today. I do think so. In total, it's not that many fights. It's pretty much 120 players, which we've had countless of times. in the stream, so that should be good. But it's mostly the fact that I need to set up things in between that is messing with everything a bit. But we'll get things going. So yeah, this one actually is a lot more of a close call. So okay, I'm feeling like this one could be a contender for having a 1 point. Then we have Skarsgård. Skarsgård, where are you in my spreadsheets? Come on. Oh, there you are. So much lightning in this fight. It looked a bit like the end of Star Wars 9, you know? It's like all of the seats against all of the Jedi's kind of thing. Not that I liked this movie because I think it was a rather terrible ending to a rather terrible postlogy, but still it reminded me of it. Hey, that's a loss for Skarsgård. We go to Finito. Where are you, Finito? Yeah, I will definitely do it in the regular order for the next fight. I don't know why I didn't realize it would make it a bit harder to get through. Where are you? Come on. Oh, there you are. Okay, so then we have Nicholas. That's a rather unusual fight happening on all fronts at the same time with two blocks, but still other places where it's fighting. It's kind of a weird one, I would say. Oh, we're in overtime. How is it gonna end? I think it's the end for Nicolas. But that was a close call. This one will get the bonus points because it was a rather tough, close to the end type. It could have potentially get the draw. Then we have Alt 31. Where are you? Here we go. I think this one is gonna get into a draw as well. Seems like it. Uh, man, there's so much happening on the screen at the moment. Will it make it to the draw? I think so. I believe it's gonna be a draw. Ah, maybe not. Maybe not. Ah, that was so close. Okay, that has to be a one. That has to be a bonus point. But that was close. Oh, okay. The next one was on the other end. Let's see, Narcissus. There you are. So Narcissus with a build that so far did quite okay against Reaper. So let's see how this goes. For the suspense and the the tension, do you guys prefer for us to have a fight between Ad Astra and the Secret Tavern before, for example, before we go to the next fight between Reapers and Secret Tavern? And Narcissus won this one. Nice one. What do you guys think? then have Dark Max. Oh, that's the static fight. No one's moving. Where is it? Yes. You are just here. There we go. Okay. Man, the overtime in this one is absolutely insane. It's absolutely no point. It's gonna be a draw. It's gonna be a draw, that's for sure. Right? Or is it? Ah, Reapers is taking the advantage. Oh, they did it. I'm sorry, this one was not that close ultimately. Okay, so next we have Chilias. Chilias comes in with a different strategy, but I think it's gonna be very complicated. Let's see. Yeah, that was not that close ultimately. There we are. Okay. Next we have Admiral. Where are you? Okay, we have a few players left. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. We have 8 players left after Admiral. So could still get a higher score. So far they have 11 points. So let's see how high it will go. Also, to decide who's the second best team, we'll probably have to, well, unless there's one that lost all of their fights. Otherwise, there will probably be the need to also check into the total points score. So that's something we can do if needed. Let's see. Will it be a win or is it going to be two? Oh, you won't have the time? Oh, that's a win. That's a good one. There we go. Who's next? Fate Zero. Hey, Yosif, I would need to check back into the power stones that were granted to be fully honest, but yeah, nothing really out of the ordinary from the builds, from what I could see. Okay, let's see who's next. We have a Superbox. Jesper. Jepser. Why do I always want to say Jesper instead of Jepser? Just so you know, even when Jepser is contacting me for whatever reason on Discord, I actually spell back Jesper when writing to him. I have no idea why. This is something I need to to, to find the reason, find what's going on there. So it seems like the Arctic altar became quite of a meta thing at the moment, from what I can see. Will it be a draw or a win actually? Because progressing, the Arctic altar is gone. Hey, who knows? I think it's gonna be tough to get the win, but a draw is not impossible. Oh, maybe a win. I think time wise, oh, that's a draw. Yeah, called it. That's good. That's good. That's 2 more points in the bank. We have now Turgon with the 2025 corner build. as we could call it at this point. I mean, the world is a different touch to it. It's not exactly what we've seen most this year. Just because I got asked the last time, artifacts wise, I'm making the values of the attunements good, but I'm not rolling 100 times to make it perfect or whatever. I don't really have any way to do so, so I'm just making it so that it is doing what it should be and that it's nowhere near the lowest value. But I do that for everyone, so everyone has um, the uh, same system going on here. So Rahat, I have no idea what's going on right now, but let's see. Seems like it could do it, but then again, we said that quite a few times. So let's see. I think it's going to be tough. Yeah, it's going to be complicated now. It's that altar that didn't die, and this poor unit won't be able to make it to the draw. Okay, this one might get a bonus point because that was a close call from my perspective. Um, and we have three accounts left. We have Ains first. With a sandwich strategy, attacking from all fronts. I mean, against a build that is very centered, that kind of makes sense. And the Tame Beast, but I think, yeah, it's not going to be enough, most likely. Yeah. Okay, there are two players left now. We have Gother and Guts. So let's see how these go. Oh, I want the access. There we go. So it's another Untamed Beast. Hey, Zoyos. Yeah, well, yeah. The Reapers is back to take their crown indeed, but they're not the only ones, right? There are two teams. Just keeping an eye on this last fight because I missed something at the end of the Gother one. So I'm just checking back and making sure I'm not missing the end of Good as well. Good is the last one. Yeah, okay, so Gother will actually get 1 point. But for the last fight, yeah, that's not even close. So, with a total of 18 points, we have one of the six matches over. So, I'm gonna be granting the rewards for the event, getting the next event running, well, the next round, so to say. So, here we go. Just a bit that's a bit annoying, but I need two. Here we have this. Just as a reminder for anyone that forgot, for the players, you have a way to get prismatic fragments if you win. So now the question is: do we want the Reaper Boo, the Reaper's Secret Tavern fight right away? Also, yes, you were asking the who are the three teams. So it's Reapers, the Secret Tavern, and Ad Astra. We mentioned it earlier. So the question is, yeah, I think we should get Ad Astra going. So right now we'll have Ad Astra. Let me check. So Ad Astra. is going to be fighting against Reaper. This way we keep this build. I just need to have the good list of player tags. There we go. Let me just get this going. Add the participants if my mouse just wants to get going. There we go. Okay, everyone is added. The rewards are added. I can save. We can go live. We have the auto scrolls. I might need to add some for the next fights. Well, we have 2 fights to go before that. And now it's Adastra that will be attacking Reaper. So we stay with the same build, different team. So let's see how it goes. We have Vaycor Tech first. Let me just recheck. Oh, okay, mixed it anyway. So it's not going to change anything if I put them in the right order or not, but that's okay. I can live with this. Let's see how Vaycor Egg is doing. Hey guys, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? I have the sound up here. I'm not sure what is causing this because I can still hear and see everything in. Just a second. Okay, so for me it's working. I just checked on YouTube and it's working as well. So if you still cannot hear me, that might be on your side. But this means I'm gonna stop just after this fight because now I need to just check the few fights I didn't see because I was checking the sound. Just a second. I saw the end of Vacure Egg, but I didn't see the next ones. So Vacure Egg, there we go. Then the next one was in the hell. There we are. Okay, so let me see how it went. Sorry, guys, I have to check back just to make things properly good. Okay. Then we add Annie Viper. Yeah. Where are you? There we go. 644. Okay. And the Annie Viper fight. Yeah, this one will get a bonus point overall. So now we should be back on track. Sorry about that, guys. Zoyos, you were asking where you can see the selected players. Um, the players are all the players from the 3 clans. Now, if you want to know who are the players from which we took the build, that's something that we only reveal during the fights so that players cannot change and adapt before ends. Obviously, that would make it a bit too easy. But now that the fights have started, I can tell you what it is. For Reapers, it's actually, let me recheck. So for Reapers, you have Sam. For the Secret Tavern, it's Skarsgård. And for Adastra, it's NLTV. Those are the players that were selected with their builds. Now that we're back on track, we can go back and we should have Uza. Yes, now we are back. Oh, with a level 7 artifact. That's fancy. Okay, let's see how it goes. Can you get the draw? Can you get the draws? No, but that's at least that's a close call, I would say. So now we have Berserker. Actually, I need to say something about Berserker because this past weekend I was at a music festival and one of my favorite bands was playing there. It's a band called Acid Mammoth, and they have a song called Berserker. It's kind of what we call classic doom metal. So basically, just imagine Black Sabbath doing music nowadays, and that's what you get. But I really like it. Okay, so that was Berserker. Where are you, Berserker? Lost you. There you are. Okay, so now, oh come on, how am I supposed to pronounce names that are just a high with three daggers? That's how I'm gonna call you. The high with three daggers. You like that name? You don't have the choice, but that's your name from now on. Okay, this one will be, yeah, this one is a quick one. So now we go to, after this fight, I will be adding some auto spin tokens to be fine. Now we have Gimli, and yeah, let's see how it goes. Let me check. Where are you, Gimli? He's, yep, okay. Okay, so yeah, the gap might be a bit tough to jump this time around. One thing I wanted to mention going forward as well is that we'll have such events when we take clans from different parts of the game. So not only the top clans and not only the top two or top three, but we'll try to go to lower ranked clans as well. But for now, we needed the top clans mostly because we need to have the setup going. Once we know that the setup we have is working fine, etc., then it will be a lot easier for us to go. Okay, just checking one thing. Yeah, sorry, I was just checking if you could hear me still because that was concern you guys raised. Okay, so NLTV. Let's see how this goes. It's a build that you will see later on as well. Oh, but it changed a bit compared to what I had. It added mandrakes, which were not in the build that was initially shared with me. I'm not sure what was in there instead of the mandrake, but we'll see. Okay, so then we have Cherokee. Cherokee. Let's see. There you are. Okay, now it's kind of going in order. It's weird. Super weird. I think it goes in order, but it goes with the numbers first. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm trying to figure out how is the system working for the fight nights mechanics to decide who goes first. So that's a mess. That's what I can tell you. So technically, let me see who goes next. Yeah, finding art is where I expected it to happen. So this is now working fine. Okay, I get it. By the way, in the meantime, if you have any questions, anything that you want to talk about, or you want to question, etc., please go ahead. We have quite a fair amount of time. Some of the fights, especially ones like this one, might get going for quite a while. So we can definitely discuss those kind of things. Let's see. I think finding out. I was gonna say he's gonna get the draw, but the moment I said that, it started to collapse. So I think I jinxed it. Sorry, my bad. So then we have Annie Viper. Annie Viper out. Uh, is there? Okay. At the moment, it's a rather tough fight for Adastra, but that's also expected. To be honest, there's quite a gap in between some of the teams sometimes, so there's uh, no reason to feel bad about the outcome or such. Um, Also, we only saw one side of those fights so far. Ultimately, this team is fighting against one of the best builds from the opening team. It could be rather different once it goes the other way around. So that's something to always keep in mind. So that was Saint John. And now, if I check, we should have Destroyer. Yes, that's what I expected to happen. So we are going right in the direction that we expect. That's good. That's good to go in the right direction. Let me see. Let's see how this goes for this one. I think it might be working. Let's see. We need at least some draws, guys. We need some draws to get this score up a bit. Because there's not enough points on that board for now. Okay, so now we go to Capil. That's still one bonus point, but Capil now, let's see how this will go. Going to see if I'm still on the right names. Yes, there we go. Okay. Okay, so this one was a fast one, sadly. We now have 5 players to go with Carlo, Prometheus, Bat Attack, Messi, and Mavitomi. So let's see how this goes and where can this end. Can Carlo make it to the overtime? I don't think so. Yeah, it's this one was a bit too much for Carlo. Then we go to Prometheus. Let's see. Okay, come on. We need a few more points. We need a few more points in there. We have three players left with Bat Attack, Messi, and Mavitomi. We need a few more points on the board. Okay, so Bat Attack. Bat Attack stayed quite a long time on. That will at least give you one bonus point. Messi now. Let's see how Messi does. Oh, that's ballsy. I like it. Using three battle wagons. That's you need to be quite confident in your luck to go that road. But why not after all? Why not? So what is going to be the outcome there? I mean, the fight obviously is not going to result in massive scores for Ad Astra, but I would like to remind everyone that the other fights the other way around still needs to happen as well, and it could change things up quite a fair bit. I gave 1 point to Messi for using three battle wagons. I'm the referee. I decide. I'm giving 1 point for using the three battle wagons there. Mavitomi, let's see. That's a lot of laser beams, but I'm not sure it's gonna be enough. I'm not sure it's gonna be enough even to secure the draw, maybe, but I don't think so. I think it's gonna be. It's too short. Too bad. It's not too far away, but it didn't make it. So we are now down with this one. Again, same thing as earlier. Close the event, grant a reward, move to the next one. So now we add two teams fighting Reapers. So we'll move to a different build. So let's say goodbye to this build. Let's move to the next one in line. There we go. That's build number 2. That's the Secret Tavern. And we'll start with having Reapers. Wait, no, we'll have Ad Astra first fight the Secret Tavern. This way, all the fights will remain. There will be some suspense about who's gonna do what and when. So let's roll it this way. Let me add the players once again, the rewards, and we'll get going. Okay, there we go. We need this, that, we need that. Save. We still, for now, have. My bad. Come on. We do have enough auto spin for this one, so we'll refill the auto spin after that fight. We have everything we need. The event is live, and let's go. So it will be the exact same player list that we have just seen, with Vakir Ek going first, but this time around it's a different army that they are fighting on. So let's see how they're doing against the Secret Tavern this time around. So we are now looking at all the players from Adastra fighting Vakir Egg. Vakir Egg. Fight Vakir Egg from Adastra and all the players from Adastra fighting against um, against the Secret Tavern, and it's the build from Skarsgård. So yeah, let's see how it goes. We now go to Endile. If you have any questions, any comments, anything like that, don't forget you can ask us. That's the whole point as well of the stream. We gave 1 point because it was quite a close one. Now we have Annie Viper. Let's see. There you are. It might be one that I expect Annie Viper to do great against, but maybe not. Yeah, now that the dragon is gone, nah, it's not gonna be enough. That poor bard, that poor bard trying to escape for his life, but couldn't do much. So now we'll move to Uza. Again, same list as earlier. That's quite expected. And bear in mind that until we have the 6 final scores of all the different fights, we cannot really know who won what. Once we have the 6 final score, we can compare and say, okay, this team won that matchup, this team won that matchup, and once you have the 3 matchups, that's when you get the outcome. Come on, can you? Ah, what? Nice. That's a good victory. That's 3 points in the bank. Nice. Now we go to Berserker. Where are you, Berserker? There you are. It was a quick one. Still have One Eye Three Daggers. My favorite player, One Eye Three Daggers. That's your official name. There's no other names. It's always been One Eye Three Daggers, right? That's a good strategy. I doubt they're gonna be able to make it, but was not so bad of an idea. Look at that. That was pretty close. That was enough of a close one to get 1 point. So now we go to Gimli. Then it's time for Diablo and then NLTV. Let me see. Kind of funny to see brutes fighting dragons as if they were kind of the same size, even if they clearly are not, but they're way closer inside than the other units. So it looks a bit weird, but I kind of like how it ends up looking in the end. Okay, so now it's NLTV. And LTV is putting up a great fight. Might be. I think that's gonna be. Yeah, that's 3 points in the bank. Nice. So, who's next? We have Kiroki and then Finding Art. I think that won't make it for Kiroki this time around, but ah, let's see. It's not over yet. Yeah, not over yet. Not over yet at all. See, look at that. I wouldn't have guessed that, but it's gonna do it. Nice. That's 3 more points in the bank. And just like that, they're back in the game. Now we have Finding Out. Let's see. A few wins is all you need to get a lot of points ultimately, because you get 3 points for each win. They had 3 wins in just a small amount of time, and now they're back in. They already have more points than they had with the previous fight. Let's see if Finding Out can do it now that the dragon is gone. Who knows? It's gonna be tough, but can he at least make it to the pro? Nah. But that was a close one, so that will be 1 point still. Okay. So next we have Aniviper Alt. So the one thing I'm extra cautious with this stream is to make sure I don't send a team fight their own champion, because it's super easy to get the wrong list of players in the wrong place and end up this way. So I'm paying extra attention to this. So now we have St. John. It's the Battle of the Dragons. There's one dragon that might be winning it. Actually, was closer, and it's not. And then there were two, and then there were one. Okay, that was not enough, sadly. But it was a good attempt. It was a good attempt. Time for Destroyer. It seems we need roughly 20 minutes, bit less than 20 minutes per fight, per complete competition, which is kind of what we expect, given that most fights will last 1 to 2 minutes. We have 20 players max. So yeah, but we'll see how it goes. We still have 3 fights to go. Okay, that's okay. My bad. Let's get going. Okay, so in 1 hour and 12 minutes, we got 5% down in the iPad, so we should still be able to finish. But indeed, it's gonna be a close call as we expected. It's gonna be tough for the old iPad to survive all along. Let's hope we can get all the fights going. If there was some of the fights we cannot get, we'll get those done tomorrow in short stream as well. If the iPad decides that it's too much for him, but we should be able to get everything going today. Um, Especially with fights like the one we just had, which was way too fast. That's no good. This one is no good. I'm not happy about that. Next, we still have Carlo. We have 4 players to go. Let's see how we're gonna do it. Just to give you an idea, uh, so far they're doing a lot better than in the first fight. I hope they can still get a few points to get to a closer score. Let's see. The next fight will be Reapers attacking the Secret Tavern. This one was more of a close call. Let's see with Prometheus. Right now, I am playing a lot of Hades 2 because I was already a huge fan of Hades. So when Hades 2 came out, started to play it a lot. I completely suck at those kind of games, so it takes me a lot more tries than for most players to get to where I should. But I love those games. And yeah, there's Prometheus in Hades 2, so I mean, it's not a spoiler at this point because the game has been out for a bit, and it's not like a massive spoiler or whatever. It's not a final boss or anything like this. But yeah, this name reminded me of this. So that attack, let's see how it goes. Then we'll have Reaper, as I said, attacking the Secret Tavern. And then we'll have Reaper and the Secret Tavern attacking Ad Astra's champion. That will be the last part of this stream. So we have one more points, bonus points. So let's see how the 2 last ones will go with Messi first, and then we have Mavitomi, just like the last time. I will need to go grant myself some auto tokens before we get going. Okay, there's one more chance to get a point. So yeah, Messi was quite close. Let's see if Mavitomi can get us a fight. I'm not sure, but let's see. That's the laser beam build. I remember now the laser beam build. Kind of insane to have this many laser beams putting at once. But if it works for you, it works for you, man. Let's see if it's working for this though, because there's once you have one dragon out, it would be better. But okay, can we get the second dragon out? If we get the second dragon down, there you go. That's the final 3 points we wanted. Sorry, this fight is for nothing. Didn't manage to stop it right in time, but we have the three final points, which means that Adastra managed to get quite a good score there. So now it's gonna be Reapers attacking the Secret Tavern, but first I need to close the event, grant the rewards, and grant some autospin tokens. We need a lot of autospin tokens because otherwise it's gonna be annoying. So let's get those going. Where are you, autospin tokens? There we go. A lot. That's a lot of them. That's all we need. If we go back there, I might need to switch to a different account and get back in. By the way, I'm gonna change the language to English just for those that would be triggered. Because I know it can trigger some people. No problem with that. I understand it. Let me see if it granted me my. Yes, we have the autospin token, so we don't need anything else. I can go with the list. So now we have Reaper attacking the Secret Tavern. So let's get back in. Let's get this in. I'm getting used to doing that, right? I'm quite good now. Come on. My mouth, my mouse doesn't want to do anything today. We want artifacts, fragments, prismatic as a reward. Everything is there. We can save. We can go live. And we can auto spin and get going. We should have Reaper 86 as first. Yes, there we go. So now it's Reaper attacking the Secret Tavern. Then we'll have two more fights to go with um, the Secret Tavern attacking at Astra and then Reapers attacking at Astra. We'll do it this way around. This way we'll have everything in order. We see less and less displacers. I think it's the first displacers we've seen today. We also fixed, for those that would be wondering, the entangling roots issue that was happening. Yeah, so we're still fixing this. As far as I remember, it should be fully sorted by the beginning of the next era/season. So we'll be seeing that. That will be rather important. So yeah, back to the game. Reaper 86 did have a good fight, so it will just be 1 point, but it's one deserved point. Said so far is putting on a great fight as well. Let's see if he goes to overtime. Yes, that's the case now. And I'm out of drinks. And that's a win. That's 3 points in the bank. Let's go with Illyberry. So for this fight, this mashup between Reapers and the Secret Tavern, I can tell you that the Secret Tavern scored 18 points in total. And so far, Reapers in those two first fights had 4. So Reapers need to still score 15 points to take the win. Let's see if they can make it. Um, there's a battle wagon. I'm always a fan of battle wagons, but let's see how they do it. That's not gonna be this one giving you points. So Still have quite some opportunities though, but you need the points. You need the points going. Let's see. Kingo now. Let's see how Kingo is doing. I think Kingo might go to the overtime or might not. Let's see. Yes, it goes to overtime. Can he make it to the draw? Can he make it to the draw? That's the main question. I don't think so. With the two dragons, yeah. So I'm trying to be fair. I kind of gave the same amount of points, of extra points to the different teams. The bonus points overall, I try to be fair, but also try to help a bit when I see that a team has too much of a power gap as well. Like when I see the fights and the artifacts, etc. I try to favor that a tiny bit as well. Blaze here is gonna have a hard time. I think it's gonna be tricky. Yeah. Okay. So Gustin. Let's see. That's another top corner build. Let's see how it goes. Sorry, I just put back the sound for a second in my headset so I could check that the sound was still coming in because I know you had some troubles earlier, but in YouTube I can still hear me just fine. That should be working okay. So we are now closing. By the way, we have closed uh, the responses. I can tell you that most players voted for Reapers. We had some votes for the Secret Tavern. No one went for Adastra, which is pretty surprising for me. But yeah, well, we'll see. So by the way, the fight for Gustin was a bonus point fight because stayed on for a super long time. Scar so far is kind of looking in the same direction, but let's see if he can actually do it or maybe even get a draw, which would be better. But let's see. I think he's gonna do it. I think he's gonna do it. He's gonna win those 3 points. It's the first 3 points. Yes, those are the first. No, the second 3 points for Reapers against the Secret Tavern. Let's get going with Foreign. So far they have 8 points. We're not almost totally midway through, so they are on a good path to get winning this one. But yeah, let's see if they manage to do it. Also, there is anyway a fight for the second place to know who's gonna be the second best for this run, right? It's not just the winners. And that's a draw. That's a rare one. Rare occurrences. So now we have two IQ. Okay, so that's a loss. Let's see how this will get going. We still have quite a few players to go, and there's still 9 points to score, right? So it could go very fast because it could be, 3 wins and that's it. But then again, if there's no wins, it will be a lot harder. It will require quite some draws or some bonus points to get going. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so let's see where we stand. But for now, Testoviron is going quite strong. Can he make it? And that's it. That's 3 points in the bank. Nice. Let's see how is it going now. Yeah, so that's Amir now. Let's see how many points we're talking about this time around. Can they make it? They still need 5 points, 6 points actually to really win. 5 points would be a draw. Five total points. They have 10 players left to go, right? Yeah, 10 players left to go, including Amir. Let's see if they can get those 6 points they need. But I think it's looking good so far, right? I think they will already get those 3 ones, except if it's a draw, but that seems like they are gonna get those three. Maybe not. Maybe will they? Will they? Can you escape, little guy? Can you escape? No, that's 3 more points. I think that's gonna do it for this one. There's only 3 points left. Collect for this fight. One thing I could say though is that it's a lot closer than the last fight we had between Reapers and the Secret Tavern. So that's also interesting to see. Let's see how it goes. Can they make it now, or will they need more fights to be able to get their final 3 points? I think this one looks like it's going to be a draw to me, but who am I to say? Who am I to say? Oh, wait, wait, wait. Is it actually going to be a defeat? Oh, okay, that's a close one. I have to give the 1 point. I have to give the bonus point to this one. There's a few players left. Let's see how it goes. Yosef, you're asking how many left. Sorry, I didn't see when the message came in, so maybe it came in a bit earlier. You can see it because we had 200 auto spins. We have basically 188 now, so we had 13 fights going in total. So with Dead Ripping Hood, we have 8 players left. So um, we have 12, sorry, 12 and this one, so 13, including Dead Ripping Hood, who is fighting right now. So I still need 2 points to win. In 7 fights, it seems like they can make it. I'm quite convinced they will, but will they? It's not done until it's done, right? So let's see if Reapers will be able to secure their first win in those finals, or if they might lose just just close to getting it. I think they will make it, but we'll see. For the suspense, it would be great if they waited a bit, right? Could Forain and a few other guys just lose so that we get uh, a good finale for this match? Let's see. For now, and that's it. That does it. That's 3 points. There you have it with 6 players left, right? Yeah, with 6 players left, Reapers is going to win this one. Let's see how much points they can get because they might, how many points, because they might need extra points in case there's a draw at the end or anything like that with the other team. I don't think it's going to be the case, but we never know. We never know. Yeah, that does it, guys. That's another 3 points in the bank. How will Zuriel go now? How will Zuriel do? Sorry. We don't see Hydro as often anymore, so that means the consecutive nerfs kind of helped. It's still a super powerful unit, super strong unit, but it's good to see that it's not used nearly as much as it used to. Okay, so that's no points there. There are still 4 players left in this run. Yeah, and then we'll have 2 more runs to go and we'll be good. So I believe we'll get it done within the 2 hours time frames that we had in mind. So that's good news. Uh, let's see. Let's see how it's gonna go. Little Said is basically cooked already. No, sorry. I was watching at the old screen, the other screen. There's always this delay between the two screens that can be quite confusing at times. So Little Said is still running, sorry. And running strong, actually. 3 more points in the bank. Nice. 3 fights to go. We have from Russia with Love. We'll also have Sub Zero Panda, and we'll have Lei Long finish. That's a tough fight, but it won't be enough. Okay, so no points there. 2 players left in this one. Sub Zero Panda, Lei Long. Let's see how it goes. I think that's gonna be the end for Sub Zero Panda, or maybe not. Because it seems like this build is doing good against, yeah, against the corner build. It's working quite well this way. Okay, so last fight, Lei Long, last fight for this match. Still have the 2 final parts to get going. Not really matches, but 2 last run for the matches to get going. We'll first have what will be next? Sorry, we'll have the Secret Tavern attacking Ad Astra, and then we'll have Reapers attacking Ad Astra. Will Lei Long finish on a massive points allocation for their team? Yes, that's it. So that's 3 more points in the bank. With a total of 29, we can say that Reapers defeated the Secret Tavern, who which had 18. So that's 3 global points for Reapers in the ranking with 1 victory. Let's now move to our third build, the build from Adastra. If my iPad is still alive, because as you know, the charge was not that great earlier. So let's see. So we have everything we need there. Let me just get players list going and we'll be able to go. Let me see. So we need this, we need this, we need this, we need this right here. Oh, come on. Yeah, there we go. And we need the players list. We said that it will be the Secret Tavern first against Adastra, and then we'll have Reapers. So Secret Tavern, there you go. Okay, we can save. We can go live. Put our Otpin in, and we can get going. Wait, the event didn't start. What the hell? That's okay. I started it for the next fight. It's gonna take just a few seconds. There we go. If it wasn't an easy fight, I would have just canceled the fight, but because it was such an easy one, there was no reasons to go. And now it's running, so now we should be against Draco as expected. We can go there. Adastra, when attacking the Secret Tavern, was able to score 19 points. So the Secret Taverns needs 20 points to defeat Adastra. 19 points get them a draw. Anything below that, and they would lose this fight against Adastra. They need nine. They need 20 points for the win. 19 points would just get them a draw, and that starts with 0 points. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I cannot give a bonus for this one as it didn't really make it through. But we'll see. Now we have Fate Zero. Fate Zero with the double Battle Wagon. You know how I feel about Battle Wagon. You know, if they do great, they will get a bonus point because double Battle Wagons. But they need to do great. Like if they were doing terribly poorly, I wouldn't be granting bonus points for the Battle Wagons. When they do great, yes. Yes, if so, the 3 teams that contributed, they get rewards as for a regular fight night. So depending on if they won, they lost, they had a draw, etc., they got points from there. Then we have rewards for the viewers in the base of the form that you filled in. But that's pretty much it. It's the people that fight and um, the people that will be drawn from the form. That's basically how it goes. Fate Zero got 1 point, by the way, and we're still looking at Dark Max, which so far is doing quite great. I would expect that Dark Max is gonna get at least, at the very least, I expect to see a draw, but we'll see. I still expect the draw for now because I don't see any real um, come on, that's okay. That's okay. We still have some charge left. We're good. We're good to go. Luckily, we don't have that many fights to run because it would be tough to get it going. But so far, we're good. Let's see. I think Dark Max will get the draw, but he can still win. He can still win that fight. Let's see. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, that will be a draw. I think that will be a draw. That's a draw. I called it, but that's cool. That's 2 points in the bank. What's next? We have gut. Let's see. Battle wagons, but you need to do great with the battle wagons. If you do poorly with battle wagons, then I'm even more annoyed. Especially when your battle wagons are getting caught in their own mine shrooms. That's always a funny one. So yeah, there won't be points for this one, but let's keep going. We have Admiral next. I really hope we'll be able to do it with the remaining charge I have in the iPad and that we'll be able to finish the two last run. This one will go on. That's perfectly, like, I wouldn't say guaranteed because we never know, but it looks like we're going to be able to make it. Last one, it might be a bit tough, so we might need to have this one run tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Admiral getting the first 3 pointer for the team. Still need 14 points to go. Get the win, actually. And now it's Nicolas. Let's see. Feel like Nicolas is gonna be crashing because he attacked strong. He's attacking from the two fronts. He has amazing groups of units. Yeah, I could see this one coming in. That's 3 more points. And then we have Randu. Okay, so now we are fighting Shelias. I think it's gonna be tough for Shelias unless she can get that. It's a battle of the mind corruption. Yeah, it was a good strategy, but it didn't pay off for Shelias, sadly. At least not this time around. Hey, so yours, the form was posted in here, just above in the chat, and it's only in here because it's for players that are watching the stream live. And it was posted, and we talked about it quite a few times and asked people. I even let it for quite a while to be uh, to be collecting answers. So it only got closed just a few minutes ago, to be honest. Well, a bit more than that before we started the second part of the stream. But yeah, it was posted in here. So how will it end for Narcissus now? We are fighting a lot of strong players. I think Narcissus is gonna do it. I think that's 3 more points. It's looking good so far for the Secret Tavern, but there are still, wait, what, half of the team to go and 7 points to score. Let's see how it goes. Oh, now that there was only one front left, so you could see that it was gonna be tough. So next we have Alt T31M. It's a corner build. Let's see how it goes. It's so confusing at time to watch the screen in front of you and have a different outcome than what is happening in real time in the fight. There's such a delay when you start to have the streams that are a bit long. Even if I try to catch back, there's always a rather strong delay compared to what is happening on screen. But yeah, this one is gonna be a bonus point because that was a rather tough one here, and we're going against Ains now. And they still need 6 points to be winning. And there are only what 9 players to go, right? So 9 players, including Heinz. So they need that win desperately. They need 2 wins because if it's not with wins, it's gonna be very tough to get the 6 points in just 9 games. But if they get the win, if they get this win, for example, that could be enough to do the job. And I think this Untamed Beast is gonna do it. Yeah, that's it. That's 3 more points. So now the pressure is on Adastra because now you have 8 players to go and they need only 3 points. So it's gonna be tough. Any win, and it's gonna be a win for the Secret Tavern. So that's important for us to keep in mind. So let's see how it goes. This one should be for the Secret Tavern, from what I can tell so far, but yeah, that brute won't stay long. Yeah, that's one for the Secret Tavern. They still need 3 points. They still have 7 players to go, if I remember correctly. Yes, 7 players to go. 3 wins. 3 points needed. 1 win is all they need in those 7 fights to get the game. And from what I see of the battery of the iPad dying, even if it's plugged in right now, it's gonna be a final fight for tomorrow for the Ad Astra versus Reapers. With actually Reapers attacking Ad Astra, it's probably gonna be something we need to do tomorrow. Um, we shall see after this final 6 fights if it's well 7 fights if it's enough or not, but I really think we'll need this. Can Jepser be the winning? Yes, that's the winning element, and that's done. That's 3 more points. They're up to 20 now, so they've done it, and um, now it's a question of how many points can they score with the 6 remaining players. Obviously, they can score up to 12 points, but I don't think they will be scoring this much. So let's see how much of a close game it turns out to be. The Untamed Beast against this build has been rather powerful so far. Yep, that's another example of it. So that was the strategy, apparently, the one that paid off. Now we have Gother. 5 players to go. Still have T31M, sorry, but yeah, I was missing these points here. Okay, T31M. How do we end up there? And that's another 3 points. Wow, all the big scores coming at the end now. So, where do we end with this? Okay, so that's 3 points. And then we have Skarsgård still running, Grika and Turgon. That's over already for Skarsgård. So where do we stand now with Grika? I think it's going to be tough for Grika. Yes. Okay. So there's one last chance to score some points. So that's it for this game. We have the final points. So yeah, that's a victory as well for TST. They have 3 points too. And now we have Ad Astra being attacked by Reapers. I'm just gonna check, but I believe that we won't have enough battery for that today. Let me check. Still have 3%. Technically, we should be able to get going. Um, let's give it a try and see how it goes. We already know that the crown will remain um, with Reapers because they so far have the same amount of points as uh, the Secret Tavern or the global points, but they did win against the Secret Tavern. So first of all, if they win against Ad Astra right now, they will have more points. And if even if they did not, they would have the win for um, defeating this team. So let's see if we can get that going quickly. We should be able to get that one going because it should be manageable. Everything is ready. The event goes live. Yes, we have the auto spin. Let's get going. Hopefully, we should be able to get to the bottom of it. So that's final match for the day. We have Reaper first. Reaper 86 for Reapers. So that's kind of appropriate. Let's see how those fights are gonna get going. It's actually quite a strong start, I think, for Ad Astra there. Only Hydro is still alive, almost. And that's it. Yeah, strong start for the Ad Astra build there. now are facing Said. Ace so if you miss the bets, and I know it's the same for Zoyos, bear in mind there's one last way you can get some rewards, the same as in the form if you vote for the MVP. So who do you think is the best player in today's fight? Whoever you believe was the best player, you can basically write the name down in the chat and we'll be checking back and deciding who is the MVP, and whoever picked the MVP will also get some extra rewards. So that's 3 points in after Said played. We have Iriberry now. So yeah, you can still win the same as in the form. Just drop in the chat who you think the MVP is, and the players that picked the MVP that will be selected will also get some extra rewards. Sorry. Sorry. So we go with Kingo now. So far, the iPad is surviving. So I think we have a good chance of finishing these fights. It shouldn't be taking too long. We have about 15 players left at this point. I check correctly, 16. Yeah, 17 including Kingo, but 16 after Kingo. So we should be able to get going. Then we'll put the iPad to rest for a few days. He deserved it. Can you play the bias and vote for Celador? No, because I didn't play today. So I cannot be the MVP. You can vote for me as your favorite referee, if you will. But some people would be calling this bribing the referee. So I'm not sure it should count. In the meantime, that's another win for the team already. That's another 3 points in the bank. Now we're fighting Blaze. So come on, shoot out your MVP. You need to decide your MVP before the end of the stream. Of course, you might say, "Oh, I want to wait and see how it goes with this final match." But overall, what we went for the MVP is that it has to be a player that won both of its fights, because every player had 2 fights today. So it has to be one of those that won both fights. That's going to be the one criteria I can give you already. So we are fighting Gostin now. It's a lot of bleeping. Come on, don't make me have too many animations on screen. It's not going to be good for the survival of the iPad for the few minutes we need. And just to be clear, the iPad is doing fine. It's just that it didn't want to charge up properly today. So you're not going to be missing any streams because of that. Just that we are hoping that it will stay on for the few minutes we still need. And now we have Scar fighting. So for these fights to happen, they don't necessarily need a lot of wins. On the Reaper side, Ad Astra had 9 points. So they need 10. They already have, well, now they have 9. So at the moment, if it would stay like this, it would be a draw. But we can expect that there will be more points coming in, obviously. So let's see how it goes. We have Foreign now. So still no MVPs. We need MVPs, guys. If we don't get your MVPs, you won't be able to win. So just go shoot out who you think should be the MVP. You can also vote for the three players from which we took the armies. As a reminder, that's Sam from Reaper, that's Skarsgård from the Secret Tavern, and that's NLTV um, from Ad Astra. So those players can also be the MVP. You can consider that the build they brought up was very good, that they deserve to get this. It would be perfectly fine as well. I think Foreign is gonna get a draw, which ultimately is giving the victory to Boo, so Reaper. But yeah, it could have been a win. Come on. So now we have two IQ going forward. Let's get going. Again, I saw a draw on the screen. I was like, "What? Another draw?" But no, that was the one from from the previous fights. Two IQ is still there. Oh, surprisingly, there's someone voting for Narcissus for the Secret Tavern. But I mean, that's a good call. Fair enough. Who else? We need some more shootouts. Who do you think should get the MVP title? In the meantime, there are three more points in the bank for Reapers. We now have 11 players to go. Okay, you have to go, no problem. Have a great evening. And anyway, most of it now is over, but we'll see how it goes for the final fights. So that's gonna be at least 1 point for Testoviron because it goes until the end of time. But that's no good for the iPad. Come on, help us. Yeah, and that's a draw actually, so it doesn't need the bonus points. So draw is better. Now it's Amir. We have now 10. So yeah, we now have 10 fights to go. Let's see if we can do it or now. The tension at this point is more within the iPad's fate for tonight than with the teams, as the fight is pretty much over now, but that's adding some extra tension. I can guarantee you that was not made on purpose, but let's see. Amir is going to overtime. I can feel another draw. Oh no, he's gonna win this one. He's gonna win this one now. If he has enough time, matter of time. Mm, what a fight! What a fight! What a fight! Come on, it's never ending. It's never ending. Is it a draw? It deserves the draw. It does not deserve to end now. Yes. Okay. That would have been so sad for Ad Astra to lose this fight. It was so close. We now have 9 players to go. We have AC 516. This one might go a bit faster and not go to overtime as much. I would, at least that's what I would believe. But let's see. Yeah, well, no, actually, it's gonna go to overtime, very likely. I'm so stressed. We're so close from the end. I don't want the iPad to collapse now. I'm even afraid to check on the remaining battery because I feel like if I check now, it's gonna make it worse. So I'm just gonna leave it do its thing until the moment when you will see the Apple logo telling you, "Hey, that's it." Let's see. That's 3 more points for Reapers. They have now 21 with 8 players remaining, right? Yes. Dead Ripping Hood on the attack now. After Dead Ripping Hood, we'll still have Forain, Sam, Zuriel, Lil Said from Russia with Love, Sub-Zero Panda, and we'll finish with Lei Long like we did earlier. And that was a quick win against Dead Ripping Hood. So we have now 7 players to go. Come on, little iPad, you can do this. Anyone else wanting to share their MVP? It's now, guys. 3 more points in the bank. How far will they go? We have 6 players left. We have Sam, we have Zuriel, we will have Lil Said from Russia with Love, Sub-Zero Panda, Leilong. If the iPad can make it to the end, so far it's hanging there. It's looking strong. We still have 6 fight to go, 5 after this one with Sam. I hope we can make it. Let's make it. A Scarlet Soul, it's the overall MVP. And you can shout out whoever you think is deserving it. And I said earlier it should be people that have 2 wins, but given that not that many of you have been sharing their MVP anyway, just go for whatever you feel should be the MVP and we'll check. We'll decide between the suggestions you guys share because there's not enough people that are sharing that. So let's go crazy. Um, you guys tell us who should deserve it, and we'll pick our winner from there. And that's not a defeat, so that's 3 more points in the bank. Will they be scoring the highest score of the day? That's now the challenge for Reaper because um, the Secret Tavern scored 29 points against Ad Astra, and Reapers scored 29 points against the Secret Tavern. So far, Reapers have 27 points against Ad Astra. They have now 5 or 4, 5 players to score the 2 points they need. I highly doubt they won't be able to score those 2 or actually 3 points if they want to make the highest score. But that's at least adding a tiny bit of spice for the ending. Let's see. So much animation. The iPad will not make it to the 4 final fights. Come on. We need we need fast fights. Otherwise, it's not gonna do it. I'm so worried it won't. Come on. That's 3 more points. So officially, the Reapers against Alastra is the highest scoring fight for the day, and that's it. I called it. That's it. The iPad just died on. I'm very sorry, guys. There were just 4 more fights to go. If you want, we can run those remaining 4 fights in a recorded fight night kind of thing tomorrow. I'm very sorry it was that close. But yeah, Mavitomi for you because they were the only Ice Army the whole stream. Yeah, that's kind of good. That's kind of a good call. Is anyone else still having any uh, proposal? Anything you want to mention? Okay, so guys, I'm very sorry that we missed the 4 final fights. We'll make up for it early on tomorrow. For the time being, that's gonna be it for this fight. You got the question which clan wins, so the crown remains with Reaper for this era. We're still fine tuning the formula. We'll make it better the next time. We'll be able to do the semi-final and final. Or the other thing we are thinking about is to make different categories, like plans between the 10th and the 20th position or something like this. And we'll probably this time around be working with clans that are proposing themselves to participate because we had a hard time this time around trying to catch some of the clans that we wanted to participate. So that's also something we might be doing. Sorry for the Reapers and Adastra final fights. You will get them early on tomorrow. We know which ones were remaining anyway. I took a screenshot of that, so there's no gonna be any missed information there in any way. You're gonna get those final 4 fights. It's still gonna be a Reaper's win no matter what, but it will allow us to know um, how many points they were able to score. We can also tell that ultimately, um, because Adastra is going to lose this second fight, this means that the second team will be Secret Tavern. So the logic of the global leaderboards for clans is respected. Reapers first, Secret Tavern second, and Alastra third for this time. Thank you all for joining us for the stream, for checking on this new format. There are still quite a lot of things we need to make better, but that's about it for now. And yeah, thank you all. You can still leave in the chat your MVP if you will. You will have, I think, if I remember correctly, that's a few more minutes after the stream is over, but you can even put it as a comment under the video if you want, if you're catching up a bit later. We'll leave you until the end of the weekend to share your actual MVP. So you have until the end of the weekend in the chat or in the comments. That's about it for now. Thank you very much. We'll post the few remaining fights tomorrow directly on YouTube. Have a wonderful evening and we'll see each other very soon. Thank you, guys.